lives, and the trees whispered secrets to the wind. There lived a curious boy named Zamatsu. He was 10 years old, with wild black hair, a pocket full of ideas, and a dream bigger than his house. Zamatsu wanted to build a tree house. Not just any tree house, he dreamed of one with windows that opened to the stars, a ladder made of old ropes, and a flag that flapped like a dragon's wing, a place where stories came alive and adventures could begin. But there was just one problem. He didn't know how. Every day after school, Zamatsu would sit under a large zelkova tree at the edge of the village. It had strong branches and thick leaves, the perfect tree, he believed. He sketched designs in his notebook, trapdoors, hammocks, even a pulley to lift up snacks. But when he asked the grown-ups, they only smiled. "Tree houses are for builders," said the carpenter. "You'll fall and break your arm," said his aunt. "Too high, too risky," said his grandfather. Still, Zamatsu didn't give up. He read library books, watched how birds built nests, and even practiced hammering nails into old crates behind his house. The treehouse began to grow, not in the tree, but in his heart. One day, while gathering scrap wood, Zamatsu met a quiet girl named Yui. She had a wooden leg and carried a backpack full of string, buttons, and tools. "What are you building?" she asked. "A treehouse," Zamatsu replied. "But I don't have enough wood or help." Yui smiled. "I can help. I build kites and wind traps. My brother taught me before he moved away." So they began 2 kids, 2 hearts, and 1 dream. They worked every afternoon. They tied ropes, sawed planks, and built a ladder step by step. Zamatsu would climb, and Yui would hold the base steady. They gathered discarded wood, tied old rope into ladders, and carefully shaped the first platform. Their laughter rang like bird song through the trees. Children began to watch. Some offered help. Even the adults began to nod in quiet approval. But just when the treehouse was halfway built, the sky turned dark. Zamatsu ran to the tree, his heart racing. Yui was already there, trying to cover the planks with an old tarp. The wind is too strong, the branches groaned, the ropes whipped and snapped. One of the half-built walls fell with a crash, and the canvas roof tore in 2. "We'll lose everything," Zamatsu cried, rain soaking his face. Yui grabbed his hand. "Then we'll build it again, better." By morning, the storm was gone, but the damage was clear. Broken boards, mud everywhere. The flagpole had snapped in half. Zamatsu sat beneath the tree, defeated. Yui handed him a peach. "I've rebuilt more kites than I can count," she said with a grin. "Let's try again. I've got a better plan this time." Zamatsu looked up. "You're not giving up." Villagers watched from a distance, waiting for the moment they'd give up. But weeks passed, and the treehouse began to take shape. A floor, a railing, a roof made from old canvas, windows made from reused glass. One morning, Zamatsu hammered in the final nail, stood back, and smiled. It wasn't perfect, it was even a little crooked, but it was real, a place for dreams. That night, Yui and Zamatsu climbed up with lanterns and snacks. They lay under the stars, telling stories about airships and forest giants, laughing as the wind swayed the house gently like a cradle. And for the first time, the villagers below looked up, not with doubt, but with quiet awe. The next day, other kids came by with hammers and dreams of their own. The treehouse had become more than wood and rope. It had become a symbol of courage, friendship, and never giving up.